Biden was asked about the Maui wildfires, which, this isn't a political thing. You can't just say something about the Maui wildfires that have killed 96 people. Is it more than that now? Yesterday it was 96.
I think I heard 103.
Oh, man. Jeez. So every day they're confirming more deaths on this. And he was asked about it as he left his beach house in Delaware.
Any comments on the rising death toll in Maui?
Will you come talk about the Hawaii response, Mr. President?
No comment. That is...
No comment. Wow. Okay. Bizarre. Just bizarre and terrible. As everything is with him.
That is...
How do you have no comment? You can't say tragic. You can't say, we're heartbroken over it. Something.
Inexplicable.
Yeah.
I want to say tone deaf, but that's not good enough. This is par for the course for this guy, right? This is a looking at his watch moment.
Yes. It's exactly what it is. He doesn't care about anybody. This was supposed to be the empathetic guy. This was the man filled with sympathy and empathy for his fellow human beings. He was gonna salve the wounds of our enemies and better our relationships with our friends, restore American honor.
Yeah, we got the adults back in charge, remember?
Yeah. Oof.
I can't.
If this is an example of that, I'll take the kids. Give me back the kids in charge of this thing. So we've got a video of Hawaiians seeking safety in the ocean.
Yeah, no comment. No comment.
And here's what they had to do: is fires raged all around them.
Milo,
no comment.
your mask is dirty. It's better.
Look at this. For their life, they're out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wash it.
This is just so bad.
Wow.
Mr. President, do you have anything to say about the wildfires in Hawaii?
No comment.
Really?
Okay.
You want to say, offer prayers or support, tell them help's on the way?
No comment.
Hey, there's literally Americans standing in the ocean so that they don't
avoid
die.
Being burned to death.
Any comments?
No.
Okay.
No comment.
All right.
Wow.
And by the way, still hasn't been to East Palestine, Ohio, so I'm sure he has that.
Oh, yeah, that's coming right up, though.
Had that on his...
what do you want him to do? Get there the next day?
It happened in early February, I think, or something.
I think it was around that time, yeah.
Good grief. This is just devastating. But anyway, again, the President of the United States, what is the official word from him?
No comment.
Okay.
All
right.
And here was Joe arriving back at the White House.
Oh, okay. Boy, look at that.
There he is. Spry as ever. Look how spry I am. Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
It's terrible.
It's like he's maneuvering the sidewalk.
Uh-huh. As he walks gingerly, as if he's afraid to fall down at any moment. Then he probably is.
Yeah, but hold on a second. You kind of went by there, Joe. I need to see the still image of Joe Biden when he said no comment. Do we have that? Because it wasn't just no comment. It was his sinister, goofy ass smirk. That's the sign. There it is, right there. There's the President of the United States the moment he is, quote, commenting about death and destruction in an American state. Wow. Okay.
Amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. How is it possible that that's what you say? Well, it's because he's so diminished, too. A, he doesn't care about people, but B, he's not capable of doing this kind of stuff anymore. He's just not capable.
Can't fake it either.
No, it goes really poorly when he tries to fake it. So, for him, I guess the best thing to do was to say no comment, because what are you going to do on the fly like that? If it's not written out for you, specifically what to say.
Precisely.
And how to say it. And then where to go after you've said it. He can't handle it because he can't handle it when all that stuff is written out for him.
That's a fair point. What do you do if you're
What do you
one
do?
of his handlers?
Yeah.
You just keep typing your Marxist drivel into the teleprompter and hope he reads it.
I mean, that's all you can do. What do you? You almost pity his staff because what are they supposed to do with this guy? It's nice to see others talking about this, writing about it, noticing it. Suzanne Downing in Daily Caller wrote an article about Biden being too old. She wrote, "All is not well in the inner world of President Joe Biden. For a full third of July, the president took a break, leisurely spending days puttering at his $2.74 million beach house in Rehoboth, Delaware. During this period, he didn't engage in official travel such as factory inaugurations, fair visits, military inspections, or supply chain briefings. He wasn't even out in public licking ice cream cones. Instead, he was parked under an umbrella on the beach, his wife by his side to prevent any wandering off or child sniffing. The regime news media pretty much left him alone. As August arrived, President Biden had already used up 40% of his time in office on vacation, albeit working vacations with a few phone meetings, according to his official calendar. Yes, the president has been phoning it in for much of his first term. Biden has now returned to his presidential duties, but his work days are brief, and his interactions with the media are short-lived. His time before cameras is kept short. This week, Biden embarked on a tour of the Southwest with the first stop in Arizona, a battleground state. There, he used his executive power to designate nearly 1 million acres as national monument land, saying he was addressing historical injustices toward Native Americans. This move resulted in the cessation of any new uranium mining in the area, which unfortunately leaves the nation reliant on foreign sources now, specifically Russia and satellite countries like Kazakhstan, for a crucial national security mineral. Biden's speech in Arizona was brief and predictable, touching on his criticisms of Republicans and their MAGA ways, as well as his consistent harping on climate change. However, even this routine speech had its flaws, as the mention of the Grand Canyon as one of the 9 wonders of the world stirred controversy and led to the need for damage control efforts by his press office. At his next speech, highlighting the successes of Bidenomics in New Mexico, he seemed to suddenly start whispering and babbling incoherently, something that occurs with greater frequency as he tires. Yeah, we've noticed that too, that during the day, as the day wears on, he's less and less coherent. He's incapable of doing anything late in the day. Although carefully scripted, Biden's Southwest swing could not hide the physical fragility and cognitive decline of the leader of the free world. His shuffling gait and unclear sentences are now widely recognized indications of his deteriorating dementia. Goes on and on how, this isn't going to get better in the second term. Should he win a second term, it only gets worse from here. Man. I mean, the things that they bombarded Dan Quayle for, spelling potato wrong, that lasted for decades. People still bring that up. But this guy, he screws up every day, all day. And the media barely notices it.
Yeah, and the vacation days, man. What are we at? 40% of his presidential term.
Yep.
And of course, George Bush, Ronald Reagan, when they would go to their homes, I mean, you would see them out there in like T-shirts, clearing brush and doing manly stuff.
Right.
This guy goes in there, hooks his brain up to whatever machine and concoction that they have him on. And you don't even see. By the way, did you see exactly what he was doing while Maui was burning? The side by side there. There you go. Hawaii, this is your home, and this is your president. Just riding his bike.
Hey, I'm riding. Look at me.
Yeah. Oh, neat. I don't have a home now.
I can still ride. Yeah, that's great.
Man.
That's great. I mean, this very well could be the biggest existential threat we face in the United States of America. They want us focused on white supremacy and climate change BS when we have the supposed leader of the free world who's badly compromised with senility and or dementia. And this is what we have to deal with every day. And the guy just keeps going. Everybody around him keeps pushing him down that road, down that path. Is there nobody who cares enough about him? Okay, you don't care about the country. I get that. I understand that by now. You couldn't care less about the United States of America. But what about he himself? What about Joe Biden? Does Dr. Jill, not care about the guy? He embarrasses himself every day. He's wandering around. He doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know what to do. He can't speak. And yet we're told to believe, oh, he's the brightest, the sharpest. We can't even keep up with him at the White House. We've got teenage interns who just can't keep up. Really?
The president is the best communicator that we have in the White House.
Uh-huh. I mean, that's what we're told all the time. They expect us to believe that drivel. Jeez. Oh, man. So he's back at the White House. Meanwhile, KJP answered some questions yesterday. She was asked what the president is doing to help out.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
To support the people on the ground. It's been a devastation, as we have seen. You've just mentioned.
Pause it for a second.
Yeah.
Wait, it's been a devastation?
You got it. You know.
Has it been a catastrophic catastrophe, too? I hate those. Man, I hate those.
Devastating devastation.
Devastating devastation.
I mean, this administration has such a way with words.
Don't they? Don't they? And they're all so bright and sharp. Man, it's hard to keep up with them. It really is. Any of them.
Yeah, I mean, in KJP's case, it might be true.
There's more. Right?
The loss of life.
Oh no, that's
and the lost of
the
life.
loss of. That's like
Play that from the beginning. I'll see if I can let it play through without stopping, because this is amazing.
To support the people on the ground. It's been a devastation, as we have seen. You've just mentioned the loss of life.
And we just mentioned the loss of life. Okay. Not to mention the devastating devastation.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. She's good. I mean, that's why she's the spokesperson for the whole administration.
That's why.
She gets out there and...
Because she knows how to sum up a catastrophic catastrophe.
Oh, boy. You know what?
She knows.
We'll get to it. But, boy, she had another highlight yesterday. Oh, gosh.
Is this the one that was asked about?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's down the list. There's so much from her yesterday, bro.
Jeez.
She sucks so bad. Okay.
See, she's only the worst of all time, though.
But she was asked about, hey, what's the deal with Joe vacationing while Maui burned? And, I mean, the response was obviously comforting.
On Hawaii, how does the White House respond to critics who have suggested that the president should not have been vacationing at the beach over the weekend as the Maui crisis became the worst wildfire in a century?
So a couple of things, and I've said this multiple times.
You have.
The president is certainly deeply concerned about the people in Maui.
Oh, clearly we've seen that.
To the point where he has mobilized a whole of government approach here, as he has done many times to deal with these wildfires in Hawaii.
There you go.
From the beginning,
He's been on top of it.
From the administrator, from day one, FEMA has been on the ground dealing with this. There's more than 300 personnel, FEMA personnel. We've talked about the 50,000 meals. We've talked about the 75,000 liters of water.
Yeah, seeing them sending water
of cots
right.
that are out there, and blankets. And this is there's more than a dozen federal agencies who are dealing with this issue right now that we're currently seeing in Maui, and it is a devastating sight.
Hey,
devastation. Oh, look, there we go. See?
And there he is.
Working
you can
hard.
see the concern on his face for Hawaii right there as he pedals that bike.
Look at that. They're asking him about Maui. And he's just like, I'm pedaling here. Could you back off?
Right. And it's really cool that while these people have lost their homes and they're starving because they lost everything in a fire, that here's a blanket. Oh.
I'm standing in the ocean.
Do you have any ketchup I can put on it to eat it? Or can I live here under this blanket? I guess I could in Hawaii under a blanket. Put a lean-to up, drape a blanket over it, and I'm all set.
Count your blessings. You're not trying to survive in Alaska during this.
Wow.
It's a Whatever, man. 81 million. I got it.
He's also asked if he's going to travel to Maui anytime soon, and I'm sure he'll be on that like the Ohio situation.
Oh yeah.
Let's be right on it.
Does he want to travel there eventually to survey the damage and meet survivors?
So obviously, I don't have anything to announce at this time. Look, we're going to continue to have conversations with the administrator, certainly the governor.
Obviously,
on
schedule is
on
busy.
what the opportunities
Why
might
would you think
be,
she'd have
what
something
might
on
look
that?
like for a trip. But right now, we just don't have anything to share.
We don't have anything to share right now, nor will we ever. But I'll tell you what, I'll circle back on that. But I won't, really.
Planner is full.
Yeah. Let me look into my great big book of everything and see what it says. Oh, it doesn't say anything about it because we got nothing on that. So
what about
we're totally unprepared for that question. Who knew we'd be asked about Maui?
Yeah.
Right now.
We thought you were going to ask us about East Palestine.
Right.
So
which we're getting right on. I mean, any day now, we could make a decision about when to go there.
I mean, we talk about there's no roads between my house and your house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie. I've never been to East Palestine either. So I don't know. Is there a way to get there? I know trains go through there.
Didn't JD What's-His-Face make it?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He
the
made
senator,
it.
yeah.
JD Vance.
And then you had the Benny Johnson knocked on the doors and gave people money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I guess there is a way.
I guess
to get
there must
there
be a
from
way.
Here. Oh my goodness!
Jeez.
This was a rough press conference yesterday. I think she hates her job.